So after everything was all said and done, Darian got up, got dressed, and left. When he left, I got up and I made me a bath. And in this bath, I put like my detox stuff. I had like the Indian healing clay, apple cider vinegar, baking soda, tea tree oil. And I sat and I soaked in the tub for like 30 minutes. Because at this point, with the treatment starting for my brain tumor, I'm not able to take the prep. So I just did. I felt like if I detox myself, maybe that'll help. Like I didn't know. But I was just confused. Couple of days went by, I went to work. And while at work, I started to get a little hungry. The place that I worked in, we didn't have a vending machine nowhere in the building. So in order to get some snacks, if I didn't bring snacks with me, I had to go across the street to the emergency room that was right across the street where they had a vending machine. So I walk over there to the emergency room, go to the vending machine, and while I'm at the vending machine, I got my phone in my hand. And this random person, just random female, as I'm making my selection on the vending machine, comes up to me and she was like, "Hey." And I turned, I was like, "Hey." She said, "I couldn't help but notice your phone." And I looked down at my phone and I'm like, my phone? Because I mean, I got a Samsung, like a little Samsung phone. What you mean, like my phone? She was like, "The picture on your phone, I couldn't help but notice the guy." So I look at my screensaver and it's the picture of me and D from the photo shoot on my screensaver, my phone, us standing right beside each other and his arm wrapped around my waist. And I was like, "Oh." She was like, "Is that your husband?" And I was like, "That's my boyfriend." "Why?" She was like, "Cause I've been talking to him on the BLK app for a few weeks now." And I just froze. I was just like, what the fuck? And I just looked at her. She said, "Then let me show you here." And I was like, "I'm good." And I started to walk away. When I started to walk away, she was like, "Ma'am, excuse me. And I just kept walking because I'm just like, I don't want to know. Like, I want to know, but then again, I don't want to know because it's like me knowing I ain't going to stop anything. It's just going to be another female, whatever. So I walked back to the job, and like, as I'm walking back, I forgot that I left my damn snacks. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I ain't studying those snacks. I'm not going back because I don't want to run into this female because she showed me some screenshots. I'm going to look at them. I am going to look at them. I'm not going to be able to stop myself from looking at them. So I'm like, no. So I get back to the building, to my job or whatever not. And I'm sitting in the break room, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? You know, I'm going to just make me some coffee. I'm going to just make me some coffee. I'm a little hungry right now, so I'm just make me some coffee. So I'm starting to make coffee, and I'm just thinking on it. I'm just like, what the fuck, D? Like, really? So, you guessed it. I did. I called D. But wait a minute. Before you get upset, listen, like, hear me out. I called him. I had a plan this time. Because, look, I didn't look at the screenshots the lady was trying to show me. I didn't. So, I had that on my side. I thought, you know? So, I called him. I was like, "Hey, what you doing?" He was like, "Nothing was wrong." I was like, "Nothing's wrong. I just wanted to let you know that I ran into somebody today." He was like, you ran into who?" I was like, "So I'm at the vending machine." He was like, "Oh my God, is this going to be one of your long stories?" I'm like, "No, I'm going to make it short. Listen, so I was at the vending machine, you know, across the way." He was like, "Speed it up, Key. Speed it up. I'm in front of somebody. Speed it up." I was like, "Well, you can call me back then. Don't worry about it. It's not important." He was like, "We don't do that. We don't do that. Once you start talking, continue. What is it?" I was like, "Well, a lady came up to me and said that she know you from the BLK out, that you've been talking to her for a couple weeks, but okay, you can call me when you get done with your client." He said, "Wait. A lady did what?" I was like, so I was at the vending machine. He's like, oh, you at the vending machine. She did what? I was like, okay. So I'm trying to figure out which snack I want. He's like, stop fucking stalling, Kiana. What? I was okay. So, you know, when I was trying to get me something to eat because I was hungry, this lady just came up to me and she said she liked my she was inquiring about my phone, and I was confused about what she mean. She inquiring about my phone, and then she saw the picture and she recognized you, and she said that she been talking to you on the BLK app for a couple of weeks now. And he was like, who is she? I was like, I don't know. I ain't get her name. He's like, you ain't get her name? I said, And she tried to show me screenshots, and I just kept walking because I was like, I ain't got time for that. I just wanted to let you know. And the only reason why I'm letting you know is because if you have been talking to her, I'm sure she's going to let you know that she's seen me. So, and then if I don't tell you that somebody done seen me and then made me, you be mad. So, I'm just letting you know that happened, but I ain't looking at no screenshots. He was just like, what the girl at now? So I don't know. I'm like, I went back to work. I do not know. I just wanted to let you know because I know she gonna call you. Or if y'all been talking. He was like, I ain't been talking to no female, Slim. I was like, here we go. Okay, all right. I said, okay. He was like, my bad. I haven't been talking to anyone, baby. I'm like, ugh, they don't even sound right coming from your mouth, but okay. I'm like, okay. All right. And he's like, and we'll just talk about this when I get home. I'm like, well, it ain't nothing to talk about that. We're going to talk about this when I get home. I'm like, okay. All right. So I finished off work, did my normal routine, got the kids, got in the house, made them their dinner, got them in the bed, then started on D's dinner while rolling up his tree and like getting his stuff set out so that when he get home, all he got to do, get in the bathroom, smoke, take a shower, sit down in front of the TV, eat his food, And so, get my little routine. D came home, did his little routine. He got out of the shower. He sat down. I gave him his food. He was like, baby, can we talk? I'm like, sure, D. Okay. We can talk. Okay. So, I sat down. When I sat down, I was like, I did not read any screenshot. He said, I ain't stunned that because whoever that was, they was lying to you anyway. So, I ain't stunned that. I wanted to talk to you about, you got this treatment that you have coming up. And you got a lot on your plate. You're finishing up the website. You're doing an amazing job on the website. And, you're working on my intro video. Like, you're doing an amazing job. So, I feel like you need to quit your job. I was like, huh? He was like, okay, hear me out. You got this treatment coming up. You don't know how you're going to be feeling. And then you got to help me with the business. Like, we got things that we need to do. I need you to just quit your job and focus on what we got going on, because we building a brand for ourselves. You want to be working for somebody your whole life? Like, you building a brand for him. I'm just like, well, but why I gotta quit? I'm like, I like my job. He was just like, but you going through treatment, and it's going to be a lot on you. The kids already a lot on you. And I know I ask a lot of you because I need a lot from you. So I'm just like, you can't do that if you making somebody else money. I'm just like, but he was like, look, listen. Trust me on this. When you going through your treatment, I need you healthy. I need you to be able to focus because I cannot drive this business without you. You're my engine. I keep telling you that. Okay, D. All right. But I can't just up and quit. I gotta like put in a 2 weeks notice or something. He's like, do what you gotta do. But I think that is best. You need to start thinking about yourself. Like, you'll never think about yourself. You always thinking about everybody else. Everywhere you work, you be thinking about the job. You put the job over yourself. So I just need you to sit back and think about yourself for a minute. I'm just like, okay. All right. And then the very next day, I put in my 2 week notice.